Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to be talking about the the curious case of a Catholic girl on the Whatever podcast. She, from the little clip that I saw, she she's Catholic Christian, but can't really define what a woman is. Let me say that again. She is a Catholic Christian girl, but can't really define what a woman is. Let's check this one out.
Gender is performance?
Yeah, essentially, because we I hear a lot of people talk about biology and like reduce everything down to biology, but the fact of the matter is that we don't check each other's chromosomes when we see each other, but we know if you're a man or a woman when you see them. So yeah, and also I really don't like the biological like reductivism kind of because because
Nick, come on. Let her. Okay.
sorry, because I'm Catholic and I do believe that gender roles are important, but the thing is those are gender roles. They're not like biological roles. I think that society should enforce gender roles, and a lot of conservatives just boil it down to, well, like it's just what you have in your pants. I think it's a lot more than that. So that's what I mean by that.
If I hadn't given you a kind of a summary of what this video is gonna be, a synopsis of what this video was gonna be, you will actually think that this chick is a feminist. You know, your typical feminist college liberal, far left as the left can be. Like, you would think that she's part of that gang. You would think that she's part of that whole, situation, but she's actually a Christian conservative, like a Christian conservative Catholic girl. And she's talking like this. I'm telling you, it doesn't really matter, especially in the West. From my perspective, it doesn't really matter whether you're Christian, whether you're conservative, whether you're traditional. It's everywhere. This left wing, this progressive ideology has gone really deep into the culture that is everywhere. You could see the most basic Christian girl saying the same thing, parroting the same thing you would hear a feminist or a liberal or a progressive would say. It's all the same. It has gone far deep into the culture that everyone is just saying the same thing. This is this is crazy. This is crazy. This is a Catholic woman, a conservative chick, talking like this. Let's get back into it.
So, like, if you
Wait, hold on.
Erroneous.
Hold on. That was just a whole bunch of word salad.
Sorry.
No. You shouldn't apologize. Well, let me just ask you then. What is a woman?
Sure. Okay. So a woman, in the gender sense, in the sociological sense, is someone that does the duties that are aligned with the female sex.
So you think a woman is someone who acts like a woman?
I think that, you know what, it does become kind of a difficult question, but in the same way that I think race is a social construct, because race is just what someone looks like.
I gotta jump in on this one.
I'm about to.
They're going to be
Hold
so
on.
mad when you
Let's-
say the word
Got so
social
much to say.
Hold on.
construct. Be careful.
Wait.
I know. Okay,
Before-
just because something is social construct doesn't mean it's not real, too.
Thank you. They do not understand
language-
that. Thank you.
Oh,
You don't
we
understand the
understand
meaning
it
of
just
your
fine.
words.
No,
Yeah.
wait,
Hold on.
listen. Language is a social construct. Language is completely real. Language has rules in the same way that gender has rules. Gender has roles. I think that people should align with the roles that are with their sex, but that doesn't mean that the roles themselves are biological. I think that's dumb.
Here, let me have everybody's answer to the question, what is a woman? Starting from you, moving that way. Go ahead.
Starting from who?
Yeah, okay,
Me?
you answered, then you, then around the table.
Okay, so I go.
Holy fuck, yes. Go ahead. Into the mic, please.
I mean, I don't want to say like what's between your legs because people are gonna come at me for that. But
Well, tell us how you really feel, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, like I think like, based on what genitalia you have, like that's the gender you are.
Mm.
But do I
Okay.
think people are transgender? Like, yeah, I support transgender people.
Hold on, let people answer.
No, I have the same exact answer as her. I don't want to go more in depth about that.
Ski-oo for Ya Christ is Lord donated $200. Your grandmother and her grandmother, going back through all human history, never struggled defining men and women. Do you honestly think this generation is more enlightened than your ancestors?
No.
Can I answer that or?
Well, let's get everybody's answer to this question. Go ahead.
I think a woman is someone with breasts and a vagina.
Okay.
It's an adult female, but by the way, this shows you that there is absolutely no Marxist training in schools. That there are two responses
Right.
there.
A human adult with two X chromosomes.
I think it describes what
Mm.
I'm trying to say this in a way that's concise. I'm sorry. It describes what is expected of someone who is born with female chromosomes and female parts, but it describes more than just the parts. It describes what we expect of them, what their role is in society.
I agree with you, but also kind of.
Here, just for
Just
moving
come
on
on.
forward,
Okay, yeah.
it's better to just actually state your position than just say, I agree with this person. Just state your actual position.
Okay. Well, a human adult with two X chromosomes that is also born with the parts of a woman.
A human that presents themselves as a woman,
Isn't that a bit circular?
A woman is a person that presents herself as a woman. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard. A woman is a person that thinks that they're a woman. A woman is a person that performs a woman's duties. A woman is a can you this is not this ideology, like I keep saying it, this ideology has gone really deep into the culture that is all they all sound the same. Like that Super Chatter, stated this wasn't an issue 20, 30, 40 years ago. Everyone knew what a woman is, what a man is, clearly defined. Today, people are vomiting word salad just to define a simple term. Like this is crazy. This is insane. Like how idiotic could you be that you can't even define what your own gender is? You can't even define it. You're a woman and you can't even define what a woman is. You keep making this circular different. Oh, a woman is a person that thinks that they're a woman. A woman is a person that acts like a woman. A woman is what in God's name is happening in this country? God.
it's very circular.
Like if
But we'll get to that. Yeah, that's just what I think. Like if you present yourself as a woman and that's what you go by, then you're a woman.
Okay, wait. So go ahead with your point.
Yeah, so the person that did the chat, they said that people aren't confused, or people back in the day weren't confused about their gender or anything. And I think that's true. I think that people are using biology, because I don't think that men should, or people who are born with XY chromosomes should take on the role that women have. But that's, if you just reduce it to biology, then it doesn't matter, because it's just, they're just a man regardless. Like, I think a woman is the role. I don't think a woman is the chromosomes.
I want to kind of try, since it's a dating podcast, let me frame it a bit from a dating angle. I'll try to ask this fairly simple question here for you. Would you object to a man not wanting to date a transgender woman?
No, I would not.
You wouldn't object?
No.
Is a transgender woman a woman?
I think that's where it gets tough, because I was trying to say before, I think race is a social construct as well. It's just what you look like. But I think it's inappropriate for a person to try and change what their race looks like. Like, someone might take on the race, like change their appearance so they look like a different race.
So you can change your gender because it's a performative thing. So as long as you're performing to the gender which you claim to be, is fine. But if I try to act white, I can do that. If I try to act like a Chinese person, I can do that because even though all of them are social constructs, but I can't because I just can't because of reasons. I just can't. This whole what is happening? Like, what is happening?
I don't think that's right.
But if it's a social construct, why can't they just
Right.
fit into another social
Well,
construct?
I guess they could, but I don't think it's right.
Well, then
said
that
support
means you're pointing
trans,
out
right?
to an
I know I said
objective
that.
reality.
Yeah, it was her. That was me. Yeah. So my point is that I don't support this change in the social construct. I think it's a social rule for a reason. So
Where did the social rule come from?
it comes from? I guess it comes from society. That's why
I know, but that's circular there because it's a social construct that comes from society. Where does society get it from?
Wait, what? That doesn't make
That's what a
sense.
social construct is. Something that's socially.
Okay, so where does society? What is society made of?
Society is made of people,
right? And where do these people get this idea of a social construct
I don't know.
from?
It's the same way that culture is a social idea. Like, where does it come from? We don't know.
No. It's not. But that's not true at all. You have to have a place that it comes from. Are people just pulling things out of the air and then saying this is a man and this is a woman? I mean, I know we're doing that now, but is this what people have done from the beginning of time?
Well, I mean, a lot of the social role of women comes from biology.
The social role of women is going to be separate for this discussion
Yeah.
from what a woman is, and it's going to be the social role of, let's say, a different race is also going to be separate from what a race is. So if you're going to say that, this is why the social construct argument doesn't make any sense, because a social construct has to be created by someone. It's created by people. What did they use to create it? An arbitrary standard, or did they look at objective things in reality and define it accordingly?
Well, you agree that women have a social role, right?
Which social role?
Like, women are typically supposed to
or inclined to?
I guess inclined to.
Well,
is
that's
fine.
a different thing. Because when you say supposed to, that means it's been enforced upon them from the outside, which fits into your social construct. Societies creating this to oppress women, to oppress different races, as opposed to an inclination that comes from the biology towards these things.
I think that people can be people can use their biology and that ties into the role. I don't think they're divorced from each other. I don't think being a woman and being female, because the thing is, when I say woman, I'm talking about the social role. That's what I'm talking about.
You redefine terms to fit your argument, and then we can't.
That's not a redefinition, though.
That is a redefinition.
No,
She's
Let me ask you a
redefining
question.
terms.
Let me ask you a question. Again, bringing it back to dating. Is it straight for a man to date a trans woman?
Wait, is it straight for a man to date a trans woman?
Would it be straight for a biological male to date a trans woman
Okay, I don't think
who
it's-
is a biological male?
Okay, yeah. I don't think it's straight for the man to continually date and see the trans woman, but I don't see how it's gay for a person to be attracted to a person who is feminine or that looks like a woman.
It's not really the question,
It's
though.
homosexual.
That's what I'm talking
Let me-
about.
By definition.
Here,
It's
but- okay.
homosexual.
This is crazy, yo. This is crazy. This is actually a Christian girl. Like I keep saying, this is actually a Christian conservative girl. Look at the vomit that is coming out of them. Look at the filth that is coming out of her mouth. The confusion, the lack of clarity, the lack of conviction. Like, look at what she's sounding like your typical leftist college girl that has been indoctrinated. This is this is crazy. This is crazy.
Well, I mean,
But so would it be straight for a man to date a trans woman?
no, that's not straight. To
No,
date.
okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying
At least you got that one right.
if someone is attracted to someone who looks like a woman, I don't think that's gay. How is that gay? That
What?
doesn't make sense.
But that
not
that
really-
wasn't his
that's not really the
question.
question.
That
I would
wasn't his
say it,
question.
but-
That's
Right.
what I'm
That's not
talking
my
about. You
question.
will often
She
take the
answered this question.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did. She said it's
Pipe
not
down.
straight.
She did not answer the question.
She did actually.
And then
Pipe down.
what
did
she
answer the
often does
question.
is she changes the question into an easier question to answer than the position that we're asking
yeah.
about.
No, I didn't. I answered the question. I said it's not straight to date a trans woman. That's what I said. I said
But
it's not
isn't
straight.
so the definition? Okay, well, I don't know if this really makes. So straight is like short form slang for heterosexual, right?
Yeah, right.
So when we, how could it, would your argument then shift to be a transgender woman is not a woman?
Again, I think that I'm talking about, okay, when we talk about biology and we talk about social roles, these are different things.
Okay, one question. Is a transgender woman male or female?
They are male.
Okay, all right. I don't want to linger too long on this specific topic.
I mean, you're kind of right when you say it's just fashion, because when men pretend to be women, they think it's just a dress-up costume. Like
that's what I'm saying.
What do you think about? But why should we honor that? Why should
I'm not saying we should
Why
honor
should
that.
we affirm or respect?
Honestly,
that?
most of the
It's
time,
more of a fetish, anyways.
yes, it is. Most of the time, these men are dressing up as the woman that they would want to bang, or
By
their
the way-
fantasy of what that woman
So
would
it's
do
like
with them.
autos,
Feminist
Yeah.
autogynephilia.
Anyway, we're gonna leave it there, but this is quite enlightening, sad, and just infuriating to watch. I mean, I would be laughing at it, but this is not even something that is to be laughed at, because she's not the only one. There are Christians. You have, when you go to church, you see feminists, you see all this left, like the progressive somehow have invaded and infiltrated the church, and this is something that they do. This is now something that they sound like. When you're talking to these women, this is what they say. If I haven't told you that this chick was a Christian girl, that this chick, she said she's a Christian, she says she's Catholic, she says she's conservative, but look at how she's talking. But just this is, I mean, I don't even think there's any hope, because I mean, the conservative keep thinking that, this is just temporary, this is just a blip, all this stuff it's not gonna go away, because in every facet of society they are in it. You have progressive left-wing ideology in everywhere you go, in everywhere you look, in every social order there is in this country. You see the progressive ideology dominating. Is it in schools? Is it in church? Is it everywhere? And it's quite sad. And this is quite sad. But anyway, if you like the video, please hit that like button, hit the share button, leave your comments down below. I would love to read them. And if you may, please subscribe. You have a good one.